Hello everyone, welcome to this Python interview preparation playlist by DataSense. In this playlist, we are going to tackle most of the common Python interview questions, especially which are asked for data roles such as data analyst, data engineer, data scientist, or machine learning engineer. Through this video series, my goal is to build the logical framework in your mind and how to approach the questions while whenever they are asked in interviews. So to solve any Python question, there are two things. First of all is building the logical framework in your mind, and second is the coding. So the first part is generally the 80%. So we'll be entirely focusing on how to build that structure in your mind. So let us start with the video. The question that we have today is we are given a list which has multiple elements, and we are given a target element such as 2 here. Now this 2 will be occurring multiple times in this particular list, and we have to return the index of the last occurrence. So for example, if you see 2 in this particular list is appearing here, it is appearing here, it is appearing here, and the indexes are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the indexes of 2 are 1, 3 and 5. So I need to return this particular 5 to the to have to write a function so that it returns the 5, and does not matter if this list is right now only 6 elements, it could be 600 elements, it could be 6000 elements. So how do we build that framework to return the index of the last occurrence? To solve this, I have two approaches in this particular video. So we will be discussing each of them one by one and try to code parallelly to see how we are going to get the result. So let us start with the first method. So the first approach to solve this particular question is using a simple linear search. So what we are going to do is we are going to iterate through each of the element in the list, and parallelly we are going to compare it with my target element. Okay, and whenever I get my target element, I will store that index in a particular list. So what I will do, I'll create a blank list at the start. Right, initially this list is going to be a blank list. Okay, so how the framework will build like is that I'll start from this. So let's say this is my starting point. I will start from here. Okay, I will go to the first element in the list. I will ask it, hey, are you equal to target? It will reply me yes or no. If it is no, I will move forward. So it is right now no. So what I'll do, I'll move forward. Now I'll come here. I'll ask this element again, hey, are you equal to target equal to 2? Now it will reply yes. So whenever I'm getting a yes, what I'm going to do, I'm going to store its index, because the index is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right? So whenever I see a yes, I'm going to store this particular index in my res list. Okay, so I will have a map here. So I will get 1 here once I do this. Now let's move forward. I will go to this. This will reply me no. So no indexing will be happening here. Now I will move to next element 2. It will be a yes again. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to match it again. So I'm going to return this 3 in this particular list again. So I will get 3. Now again I will move here. Here it will be a no. Here it will be a yes. So 5 will be returned here. Okay, so that's how this list will be filled, and here it will be a no. So I will have this particular list res equal to 135 created. Now once this list is created, it's pretty straightforward task for me that remember we want to give the last occurrence. So this list is created right now, res equal to 1, 3 and 5. So what we want to do, we want to return the index of the last. Now this particular element is something that came at the last. So what we will do, we'll print the last element of this particular list. It will be simply res, and we'll do slicing and we will get the element. So that's how you can simply run a simple Python function where you do a linear search one by one. You compare it, when for every match you store in a list, and once your process is done, you return the last element in the list. So let us try to code this particular part. So we have this particular list here. So the list is nums, and we see that the index is 5 for this particular 2. So write down this function. Let's say write down def last underscore occurrence. Okay, now this function will take 2 parameters. First of all, it is going to take my list, that is nums, which I provided, and it is going to take my target, which I am giving. Now once this is taken, now what was the first step? Remember, first we create a blank list. So I'll be storing a blank list here. Now what I'm going to do is for I in range length of nums. So those who do not know this is a for loop. So we are creating an I operator. A range length means this length of this element is 6. So this particular element for I in this, it will vary from 0 to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it will vary across the whole length of this. Now, so this is my for loop condition. This is, you can say, this is the linear search what I am doing, okay, for this particular element. And what is my search condition? I will do that if nums of I is equal to my target element. So whenever I see this, so what I'm going to do, whenever there is a match, I'm going to do res dot append I. Okay, as simple as that. And so whenever there is a map, I will append, otherwise I will skip it. Now this process is done. Now once this part is done, I just simply need to let's say return, I have to return this res. Okay, now let's right now the function is not completed because I'm yet to return the last index, but just let's try to see, are we able to get all the matches index in my code. So what are we going to do? We are going to call this particular function now to check if I am getting the value. Right now it will not return, as I mentioned, it will not return me the last index, but I just want to see, am I able to print all the indexes here? So last underscore occurrence, and I have to pass nums and target. Okay, so now let me run this. There is some error. Okay, sorry, there is basic error. So this will be like this. It is not subscription, it has to append. So then it needs to be this square, not square brackets, the normal brackets. So now I run this function. Now I will call this. So see, I got 135. Pretty simple. Now what is it? I need to have the last element in this particular list. So instead of calling res, I will simply call res minus 1. So it will return me the element from the last part. And now let's run this particular part. So yes, we are able to get the 5 as the answer. So I hope this particular explanation is clear. We are simply creating a blank list. We are comparing the result. We are running a for loop for linear search, and here we are doing the comparison. Okay, comparison. And after this, we are storing the result, storing the result in a list. And after here we are calling the last element, calling the last occurrence. So I hope this particular architecture or structure is clear how to solve using the first method. Now we will move to the method number 2. So the method number 2 is one of the most common and very useful approach that you will be requiring in questions where you have to find the maximum, find the minimum, find the average, or those kind of things. Okay, when you have to find extreme or average values, it is used in that particular scenario. So what is it that we have to find the last occurrence of 2. Okay, now so what we are going to do, we will say that, let us say the last occurrence of 2 is at index 3. Okay, so what is the point is here? This we are just assuming, we can say that we are using a dummy index right now. Okay, this is not the real. We know that 2 is coming at index 5, but right now we do not know where is it existing. So we will just simply say that, let us assume it is present at index 3. Okay, or you can simply say it can be anything. You can call it 3, you can call it -1. It's totally up to you. So what we are going to do now, we are going to so this is my dummy, you can say dummy index, which is equal to 3. Now this is something which will keep on changing during the course of solving the question. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to again start the linear search from this particular point, and I will be comparing at every step with this particular dummy index. So what do I need to do? That if this is equal to 2, first of all, if this element is equal to my target element, Okay. So whenever this is equal to my target element, I will update my index to this actual index. For example, here it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So what is happening is, first of all, I'll start with index 0. Is my 1 equal to 2? No, it is not equal to 2. So I will move from here to here. Now I will have the comparison of 2 with this particular index. So is 2 is equal to my target? Yes, 2 is equal to my target. So whenever I see that yes happens or match happens, I'm going to update this dummy index with this particular match. So here dummy index will be changed to 1, right? Okay. So that's why I said it does not matter whatever dummy index you take at the start. You can take it anything because it will be changed during the course of solving question. So here we are, dummy index is now 1. So remember, this is the first match. Now I will move to 3. Is 3 is equal to target? No. So I will move to the next one. Is 2 is equal to my target? Yes. Now because 2 is equal to my target, what I'm going to do, I'm going to update my dummy index with the index of the match. So it will be now 1 will be shifted to 3. Okay, so it was 1, now it has become 3. Now I will again move from here to here. Is 5 equal to target? No. So I will move to the next. Now is 2 is equal to target? Yes. Now because I have found, now I will update the dummy index to 5. So again this 3 will be changed and it will become 5. And is 4 equal to my target? No. Correct. So I have traversed through all the list, and whatever is my most recent dummy index after finishing my search, that is going to be the index of the last occurrence. I hope you understand the logic behind how it is working, that we are first of all declaring a dummy index and it can be anything, and we are starting a search from the first element towards the last element. For every match we observe, we are going to update the dummy index to be the index of that particular match. And similarly, it will keep on increasing. And once my process is finished, my most recent dummy index will be the index of the last occurrence of my target. So I hope this explanation is clear. Now let us switch towards the coding part. So how do we code this? Now let us remove this this all part. So we are going to delete this and okay. So first of all, what is a step? Let's write down the steps that we are going to follow. The step 1 is create a dummy index. So this is my first step. What is my second step? Step 2 is compare element by element for target. Okay. Now what is my step 3? Step 3 is for every match with target update dummy index with the index of match. Okay. And these are the 3 steps which we are going to follow. So first of all, let us create a dummy index. So what we will do, let's create a dummy underscore index. Let's say this is equal to, it can be anything right now. Let's take it -1. It can be anything. You can take it, for example, 4 as well, 3 as well. It's totally up to you, whatever you want to take. Okay. Now we are going to run a search. So for I in range length of nums, okay, we're going to do this. If my nums of my I is equal to target, so whenever I see that my target is becoming equal to nums, what I'm going to do, I will update my dummy underscore index to be equal to I. Correct? So this is what is happening. So for example, it starts with 0, it will not match. Now with 2, it will update to 1, and it will keep on happening till the end. So this is simply this. And now in the end, I am just going to return my dummy underscore index. So this particular problem is done. Now let's try to call the function. So we will be simply calling function here. let's call last underscore occurrence nums comma target. So you see, we have got the 5 as the dummy index, 5 as the last occurrence. For example, if I change here 2, 0, 1, so what is my index? It is changed now, correct? Now if I run this code again, I will see the index to be become 7. Okay, so this was the second method to solve this particular question. So both the methods are of linear search and are having a time complexity of O(n). So you can choose any method. The first one seems pretty simple, but try to learn the second method as well, because this particular approach will be used in lot of questions moving forward. Okay, so thanks for watching the video. I'll come up with the next video very soon, and please follow this playlist from start to end, and please subscribe to our channel as we are building a big playlist of all the important Python interview questions, especially for data roles which have appeared, which are likely to appear. So always stay updated. If you see any playlist, please try to see if you know that approach. If you don't know that approach, try to learn it. So thanks for watching the video. I will see you in the next video.